Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Huck. Today I am doing the Finally Fall book tag. I was tagged by Mary from With Cinnamon Please, so I will link her channel, her video down below so you can go check her out and see her video of this tag. And thank you very much to Mary for tagging me. This is the perfect time to be doing this tag since it is October and it is just starting to feel like fall where I am. I also will link the original video down below if you want to check that one out as well. So the first question is, in fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. And for this one, I am going to talk about Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moira Fowley Doyle. This is one that I read earlier this year and really enjoyed. This is a very atmospheric read and I think would be perfect for reading in the fall. It has a, as I said, very atmospheric vibe. It's very whimsical and beautiful, but also a little bit creepy and eerie. It kind of keeps you on your toes. You're not exactly sure what is going on. And it has a really wonderful setting. So much of the book is also set outside in the forest. It just is a beautiful setting. I loved the experience of reading it because of how atmospheric this story was. Question 2 is, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. And so for this one I had a little bit of a tough time because I don't read a lot of books that are directly trying to tackle a topic like loss or grief or something like that. But I picked one that does incorporate a heavy topic, which is Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier. Do I ever do a tag without mentioning Juliet Marillier? Probably not. But this book does have sexual assault and rape in it, and so that is a very heavy topic. The story is not centered around that. It is not necessarily written to address that topic, but it is something that happens in the story that is prominent in the story as well. And this book is very beautifully written. Juliet Marillier is one of my favorite authors and I love her lyrical writing. Question 3 is, fall is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. And for this one, I'm actually going to talk about the book I am currently reading, which is Braving the Wilderness, The Quest for True Belonging and the Courage to Stand Alone by Brene Brown. So Brene Brown is a researcher. She researches a lot about belonging, vulnerability, and different, human experiences like that. This is the first book by her that I have read. She's actually an author that my mom likes a lot, and I have really been enjoying this. I am, I think, about 50% of the way through the book. This one, as the title says, is about true belonging. It's about having the courage to stand alone, the trust in yourself and in others to be able to stand alone so that you then feel like you belong in this world and with others. It has been really interesting so far. My favorite part so far has been the discussion about trust in others, trust in yourself, and I've been enjoying this one a lot. Question 4 is, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. And this one, I kind of always pick the same series for this type of question, which is of course The Gangsy, or The Raven Boys, from Maggie Stiefvater's The Raven Cycle. This is a series that is one of my all-time favorites. I love these characters so much. I am actually rereading this series and loving it. And I don't know if I would actually want to be a part of this group just because I love them so much the way they are, and they are so perfect as the group that they are, that I feel like I might kind of throw them off or something by adding my personality to the mix because they're so great and balance each other so wonderfully as it is. But I love all of these characters so much and they feel so real, and I just feel very connected to them. And oh, there goes the dog. All right. And I would love to be able to, be with them and spend time with them and be friends with them. And I love how deep their friendship is. I would just love to be able to be a part of that. Question 5 is, the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall colored spines. So here are my fall colored spines. I have Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. I have The Great Tree of Avalon, The Eternal Flame by T.A. Barron. Circe by Madeline Miller, and Dragon Knight by Danita K. Paul. And they're very pretty. Question 6 is, fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein someone is telling a story. So actually, the book being someone telling a story is not a device or a storytelling device that I really like. I kind of dislike that. But a series that I have read that did this is The Assassin's Apprentice, or the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. In this, Fitz is kind of going back and recounting his life. And that was a thing that was a little bit off-putting to me while reading the series, because as I said, it's not a storytelling structure or device that I especially like, but it's not overly prominent in this. It's more that they just have like little bits at the beginning of each chapter where it's like really noticeable, where he kind of reflects on his experience, and the rest of it reads more just like a normal book. Question 7 is, the nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. And for this one, I am going with Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This book, I was not a huge fan of it when I read it, but it was a very interesting read, and the thing that I find most creepy about it is actually just like the mindset of the monster in Frankenstein. He's in a very difficult position because he doesn't really know how to exist. It's like putting a baby out into the world with no one taking care of it. So he's kind of trying to figure out his way in the world, and not doing a great job of it. And yeah, kind of his mindset was what I found most like disturbing in the story. Question 8 is, the days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. And for that, I'm going with Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. This one does have a little bit of like a creepy element to it. There is kind of a murder mystery in it, but I do think that it is heartwarming. It's definitely short, it's a little novella, but it is heartwarming in its way because it is all about people finding their way, finding their people, finding their place in the world, and like really truly being themselves. So this is a really enjoyable one if you want a quick little heartwarming book with like a little bit of a murder mystery. And question 9 is, fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. I have just recently been rereading a lot of my favorites. I reread the Seven Waters series by Juliet Marillier, which is one of my all-time favorite series. I am currently rereading the Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater, so I guess I would like to reread The Dream Thieves, which is the second book in the series, because I just finished the first. But for this question, I'm actually going to go with Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This is one that has been a favorite of mine for a long time. I think I read it the first time when I was like 13 or something, and it was very, it's a very like important book in my reading life. And this is also what got me into science fiction. This is also a book that, this is one of the first books that I ever read that I had like a mind blown kind of experience with. So this is one that I would like to get back to. It's also a very short little book, so it shouldn't be difficult, but it's been quite a few years since I have read it, so I would like to reread this one soon. And question 10 is, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. So this is actually one that I have a little bit of a hard time with because I don't really have cozy reading accessories. I don't like you know, drink tea or anything while I read. I don't have a special blanket or special anything while I read. My reading accessories are my books. I will read anywhere and everywhere. I read at home, I read on the train. I don't have particular cozy, you know, accessories. I like to read with a dog. It would be too difficult to get a dog in here to show you one of them, but they're very cute. I have 3 dogs and I love them a lot. So, you know, a dog, because they're warm and fuzzy and definitely cozy for reading with. So if I can convince one of them to like stay in one place long enough to like curl up with me, I like to read with them. And the last question is to spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. And for this, at this point, I'm not really sure who has and has not done this tag. I feel like a lot of people have, since we're into October now. So I'm gonna do the thing where I say, if you want to do this tag, I am tagging you. You can say that I tagged you, please do it. But I don't think I'm going to tag anyone specifically. Just if you want to do it, you are tagged, do it. Appreciate autumn and all of the autumnal reading. So that is all for my Finally Fall book tag. Thank you again to Mary for tagging me, and don't forget to check out her video and the original video for this tag down below. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye.